Alright guys, so in this video, we are going to be testing out the new RTX 3090 Founders Edition in Unreal Engine 4. Now this is really what excites me about upgrading from my 1080 Ti, because if you've seen my CGI short film called The Blueprint that I released about 2 months ago or a month ago, my computer really pushed it, or my graphics card really pushed it to the limit, and I felt like I could have made it look so much better if I had a better graphics card. So what I'm planning on doing is actually re-rendering everything with the RTX 3090, and that's what we're looking at today. I have the project opened, and I just want to see how far we can push the 3090 with this short film that I made. That if you haven't seen it, go ahead and check it out. I'm gonna put a link in the comments below. If you want, go ahead and vote for it, because it's actually in my road reel competition right now, and this is a little behind the scenes on what ray tracing can do to your project. So go ahead over here. I'm gonna go to the cinematic viewport, and Jesus, I can already tell you right now that this looks so much better. It looks, and it's actually faster. With my 1080 Ti, I was not able to do this, guys. Moving around like this, it was not gonna happen. My movement was literally like this. It was like 7 frames per second when I had the 1080 Ti. So if we turn on the FPS, we're looking at 70 frames per second right now. And let's go ahead and just try and crash this. Really, this is the test. This is a stress test. I know people look at numbers all the time on their benchmarks, but this is let's see what we can get with ray tracing with this new card. For the engine scalability, let's go to cinematic and see if it took a hit or anything. And no, it wasn't even bothered. I mean, look at that. That is real-time ray tracing. If we go to my camera, and if I go to my master sequence here and I turn on the camera for the top one, you're gonna see here now, if I play it, it's playing real time at this quality. That is this is absolutely insane. I mean, a lot of people, one of the questions I got from the short film was, how long did it take you to render the short film, the Blueprint? It took a while for the 1080 Ti, but looking at this right now, this is insane. This is absolutely bananas. And I'm actually planning on SLIing the 3090, not the Ti, the 3090. I'm going to SLI in the future whenever the link bridge is actually available. So yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to. So with that being said, let's just try to crash this thing. That's why I got it for. Let's see if we can destroy it. Ooh, there you go. Little pause there. It looks like it's compiling the shaders after I clicked it. But yeah, I got this environment in the marketplace, and I pretty much just lit it and then put my characters in there, which is Paragon characters, Wraith and Bellica, I think is this girl's name, and add some motion capture device. I had a motion capture device, the perception neuron, and that's how I made the short film, if you guys don't know anything about it. So but yeah, so this looks great, and let's start pushing this, guys. So post-process volume is where the magic happens as far as ray tracing goes. So let's go ahead and have that to negative. Okay, so that's okay. Got the min-max, that's fine. And yeah, let's start tearing this up. If you really want to know how far your graphics card can go, watch this. Change this to ray tracing, remove the intensity, and as you can see, I had screen space for that because my computer just could not handle ray tracing. It just couldn't do it. So for this scene here, I actually had to use screen space for reflections. So I am seeing this in a definitely a new level as far as the look of it. So if I go here, and I'll show you the difference. So here's screen space, here's ray trace. You see that? That's insane. And you can see there's a little of a noise there. If you anything ray tracing, you're gonna introduce noise, and that's why the settings, it's really important. So if we go here, all right, so I tick those on. And let's take a look at my hero shot. This is my favorite shot here. This one right there. It's noisy, and let's go look. Let me go ahead and go inside that sequence. Okay, I'm gonna go make this bigger. I mean, this would have been impossible to do. It would have taken forever to do it in Maya or 3ds Max. But this is live live lighting. This is insane. So that's cinema camera actor 6. Okay, there you go. So let's take a look at my cinema camera 6. There you go. That's what the camera is looking at. That's what the render is going to look like. All right, so let's see if we can crash this GPU. I'm going to save it first real quick. All right, here we go. Let's go to ray tracing reflection, because this is the bread and butter of ray tracing. It's this thing here. So if I go here, oh, I was already there. So if I go there, I'm going to switch it to screen space. That's what I was working with the actual short film. This is ray tracing, and let's crack this baby up to 64. Screw it, man. Let's go for it. You know what I mean? Nothing to lose here. I already made the short film. This is like a bonus. So if you go to show FPS, there you go. Now that's starting to take a hit, and I don't think this is gonna play real time, but my goodness, that's the maximum you can ray trace, by the way. So the technique is get all your animations in, all your lighting in, bake all your lighting, build your setup, and then when you're ready to export, crank these up. And we're gonna keep cranking these. So that was just the space, that was just the reflection. So if I go to screen space, there you go, before ray trace. That's insane. All right, so let's see if we can crash this thing. All right, so we have a 64 sample per pixel, which is maximum. That's how high you can go. So if I go to ray trace, I also have ray traced ambient occlusion, AO. So I have it at 1. And it's actually taking a toll right now. So I got brute force, which is the best as far as global illumination goes. So if I go, I gotta take it easier because I'm pretty sure we're gonna get a crash. If I go to 10, tell you what, let's do 12, and then we'll do 12 on the brute force, GI. Whew. Wow, that looks insane. Now I can increase the bounce here, but you can only do so much with bounces, because at some point it's gonna run out of energy. Light is gonna bounce, and at some point it's just gonna die down. But good lord, this right here is why we got an RTX 3090. I'm gonna save it. Now this is good and all, but you're gonna have to be able to render this. I mean, it's all nice and fancy if you can have it in your editor, but rendering it, that's a different beast. So if I go to my content, my sequencer, actually let's just go down right here. Let's go to my master. And why is it not going? And it is starting to slow down right now. But then again, my CPU is the same. It's still a like a 3-year-old Threadripper, 1950, I believe. So that one's older. I mean, my CPU might be bottlenecking it. I'm not sure. So why is my master? Oh, right here. So if I click right here, sorry, it's been a minute since I opened this, and that post-processing should carry over. So that's that top shot. Here's the close-up. I mean, I'm getting like 6 frames per second. But what I want to do now is try to render this with 64 sample per pixel. I mean, that looks ridiculous. And I can't wait, because I used 3 different sets for that short film, and the last one I used, I honestly couldn't even turn on ray tracing because it was just dying. So this is the first scene here. I'm gonna see if I can render it out, and then we'll go over in the next video. We'll go over the cave scene, and then I'll do the hallway scene with the chest box was. All right, so if you have any questions, let me know, and I'm gonna try and see if we can render this right now. If we click right here, I mean, this is, oh god. All right, I don't think this is gonna work, but let's see if it does. So I'm gonna go here. I'm just trying to see if I have to change any settings or anything like that. We're about to put this card to work. I'm telling you right now, this is not cool. This thing is gonna cry. And capture. This RTX 3090 is probably saying to itself, why? And yeah, it's rendering. This is probably gonna take a minute. So yeah, I'll see you guys later.